do a video here for the Lowells on the 28 Express Regal. This one here you can see has the big side windows and the tan full color with the black blue line stripe. We're going to do the best we can to show you some really important elements of the boat, and let's hop in the cockpit. What I'm talking about is the ultra lounge seats back here on the swim platform. But first of all, you've got a huge swim deck back here. It's a full beam, so it goes all the way to the docks. Your dock, so there's no gaps in between the dock and you step on. Nice walk. And right when you get in, there's a handle here. Push that in, and now you've got a really, really great lounge system back here. This has a couple positions, so now you're a headrest. This is more of reading a book position, but you can drop it down to a headrest. Drop it all the way down flat. And do this. So this is really important to Regal. They've been implementing it into pretty much every single one of their boats. There's a cockpit table that goes right down in the middle. Nice walk through, nice and wide. Galley right up on the left side, not too big. A lot of times these galleys can be just a little bit too big. Great cooler. What's unique about this too is they haven't enclosed it, so you can still open it up and get drinks or beverages, kind of whatever you have in there. Here's that electric push button sport tower, radar arch, our opposing seat right in front of me. Outstanding leg room. I'm 6'2", and there's probably, I'd say at least 2 feet of space there, so plenty of leg room. There's a lounge system, port side passenger lounge seat. One thing that's I think is important is I can lean up against the back, and I have plenty of room. I fit into it. Looking at some of the competitive boats at the Fort Lauderdale show, most of the time in a seat like this, I was way up like this. I really had no leg room, so you could easily get, I would say, 1, 2, 3 for sure, and possibly 4. Nice armrest, that's comfortable. 1.5 bucket seat, beautiful helm. This tower is a push-button electric tower, so that'll get you go all the way down to the windshield, get you underneath some bridges, and put you under your lift a little bit further. One thing I noticed about the seating on the port side is it's really, really long, and a lot of times in these pocket cruisers or these narrow beam cruisers, this is really short. So just so you can see, I'm 6'2", and I'm easily in the seat with my legs stretched out, and even there's a little bit of lumbar support here, so this is a comfortable seat whether I'm stretched out like this or kind of laying back like this. You've got the armrest, and then your basic help. Nice wrap dash, line of sight compass, stainless steel windshield wrap header, good bolster seat. You've got a dual seat here, so your gal can sit next to you, or maybe the puppy can sit here and go ahead and drive. GPS, this boat has a bow thruster on it. I'll talk a little bit about that next time we talk. And just kind of a really nice ergonomic setup. You've got all your switches in front of you. They're backlit switches with logos, depth finder, multifunction gauge, RPM gauge, trim. But just a really nice dash element with this wrap dash. Yacht certified boat, so there's no capacity limitations. Fusion stereo is one of the, probably the best stereo on the market coming out of factory boats right now. Moving up into the bow. Nice big sun pad. You can see you've got 1, 2, 3 deck hatches that open up. Regal's always been really, really good about bringing a large amount of natural light into the cabin. It makes it feel bigger. It helps illuminate everything and just makes it a lot nicer. Raised marine tread makes this really, it's a non-stick environment, so there's very little risk of slipping. If you did slip just a teeny bit, there's a tow rail here, so you're not going to go overboard. If the dog was up here, he's not going to slide off because he's got this to catch it. Then you've got your windlass up front. Now let's look at the cabin. Am I recording?
Yep.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. So I turned all the lights off in the cabin to kind of display all the natural lighting that comes into the Regal cabin. And like I said, that's a philosophy they've had for a long time, is to have a lot of windows and lots of light. So nice wraparound seating up front. This also converts to a bed. Here's your table. It drops in conveniently. Nice dedicated storage. It'll keep it tight, won't bounce around. Storage underneath everything. Nice galley off on the starboard side. Kind of your basic galley, but one thing that Regal does really well is their cabinetry, and they actually source this cabinetry from a high-end cabinet maker in Wisconsin, and then they assemble it. And one thing they do differently is they screw them together and glue them together, where most of your competitors are going to staple them together. Some of them glue it, but most of them don't. And then the crown jewel, the whole boat, in my eyes, is this mid cabin, full queen size bed, lots of headroom, and all the way down to the wall I can stretch out, and I've got at least, I'd say, 18 inches of room by my head here. And then if I move over, there's I can't even reach the end of the bed. If I lay out and put my arm out, I can't even reach the other side of the bed. So that's the other thing that Regal's implemented in this boat, is they've sampled their customers and said, you know, well, how big is the bed that you live in your house that you sleep on? And they're either in a queen or a king. So they went with a queen in this boat, and they did a king in their 32 Express. So you know, that's kind of it for the walkthrough on the 28 Express. Probably the best 27, 28-foot cruiser I've seen yet, and they've really nailed this, and the fit and finish is terrific. The performance is great, and I just think it's an excellent choice for you guys. So that's it. Try to make this as quick as possible, and we'll see you back in Minneapolis.